You're watching surveillance video of Petros or Peter Sismanis walk a 16-year-old employee to a supply closet in the basement of his business, Hiller's Pizza. During a criminal trial last summer, the teen testified about what happened once they disappeared from the camera's view.
He just went and grabbed my waist, kind of like this, and then stood up and kissed me. I started to just spiral, but I also knew that I was in a closet alone with a man larger than me. There was nothing I could really do. There was nowhere for me to go.
As the owner and his employee walk back down the hallway to the elevator, you can see Sismanis rubbing the girl's back. On the ground floor, before going their separate ways back into the restaurant, Sismanis makes a parting comment.
He told me I couldn't tell anybody. Nothing was to be said about it.
But after serving a few customers, the girl called her mother to tell her what happened.
I was hysterical, bawling my eyes out in the bathroom.
The mom left her nursing shift and drove to the pizza shop to pick up her daughter. Watch as Sismanis follows them outside to their vehicle, as described by the mother during her testimony at trial.
We started to get into the car, and he started grabbing the door and saying, just kill me. It was a mistake. What can I do to fix it? There was a host of pleas that he was kind of running through one after another.
In the video, Sismanis stands in the parking lot and blocks the path of the vehicle until Hopkinton police eventually arrive. The business owner was charged with indecent assault and witness intimidation. It took a jury less than 30 minutes to deliberate.
Is he guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
The victim's mother read a statement on behalf of her daughter during sentencing.
Mr. Sismanis, you are a horrific, hurtful person. Your actions not only impacted me, but so many others over the years. Unfortunately, many of them just gave up and didn't stand up to you in your inappropriate behavior.
But is that true? Were there others over the years? The NBC10 investigators are uncovering a disturbing pattern of behavior in Hopkinton.
How did this land on your radar?
It landed on my heart. I am a survivor of sexual abuse.
Marie Laskowski started paying attention when she read an article in the local newspaper about the assault of the teen worker. After the conviction last summer, she and friend Alyssa McGinty picketed outside the pizza shop.
As a parent, I was appalled. I mean, I have a teenage daughter, and I just found the story to be shocking.
But the details only get more shocking from there. Court records show 2 decades earlier, Sismanis was indicted for raping a 55-year-old woman and sexually assaulting a 19-year-old college student. Both victims were his employees, and both happened inside the business owner's donut shop in Hopkinton. In 1998, Sismanis pleaded guilty to indecent assault and battery and had to register as a sex offender.
And when you first learned all that,
yes,
what was going through your mind?
I was disgusted. I was disgusted as to how an individual with that type of record was ever able to achieve a business license in the town of Hopkinton.
So what'd you do next?
Started asking a lot of questions.
Do you stand with the children of Hopkinton, or do you stand on the side of a convicted sex offender?
Marie started speaking out at town meetings and scouring social media posts, showing how Hiller's Pizza hosted team dinners for high school sports teams and partnered with the police department on charity fundraisers.
Hiller's Pizza will be donating 15% of their profits of sales.
He was seen as someone who was very involved in the community.
Absolutely. Absolutely. He groomed the community, and he was very, very good at it.
Behind the scenes, heavily redacted police reports the NBC10 investigators obtained tell a different story. In 2017, someone showed up at the pizza shop to confront Sismanis about accusations, and police asked a female employee if she wanted to speak with a detective. That same year, a Middlesex prosecutor said charges could be pursued for providing alcohol to a minor and assault, but we found no record of a case. We also tracked down Christina Cuevas, who worked at Hiller's in 2016 and filed a report with police about her experience. In a statement she sent us, Cuevas recalled how Sismanis took her behind the restaurant in the dark to show her where the dumpster was. She wrote, "He pulled me close in for a hug and it felt like he was hoping to kiss me. His breath smelled of alcohol. I remember being very scared and uncomfortable." She went on to say, "I blame Hopkinton police for not taking action sooner. It's been almost 10 years, so God knows what's happened since then."
How is this not a red flag to the police or to the town?
In 2018, records show Sismanis and his attorney met with the select board behind closed doors at an executive session, where they asked the business owner about complaints filed with police, allegations he denied. That's the closest example we could find of the town ever taking action against the business, which according to state law can be pursued when a licensee operates in an improper manner.
How do you explain that?
How do I explain it? I don't. That's why I'm here. There is no explanation.
For the past 2 weeks, we've emailed, called, and stopped by the police department to request an interview with Chief Joe Bennett, who's been on the force for more than 3 decades. The chief has yet to respond.
The fact that the head of our public safety allowed this is unacceptable.
But residents are demanding answers from town leaders.
As an elected official, do you feel like you should have known more about this history?
It's tough to look back and, be a Monday morning quarterback.
Select Board Chair Joe Clark and other new members inherited the controversy.
What can we ask of the police and what's possible?
They're now discussing things like more rigorous background checks for all businesses in town that require a license to operate.
But we have to make sure we're doing something if we possibly can avoid it again.
So kind of a balance in your mind between oversight and overreach.
Definitely, and it's a fragile one.
While serving his jail sentence, Sismanis' wife notified the town the family would be closing the business. The pizza shop is now under a new owner and a new name. But if it's up to people like Marie, the story likely won't end there.
There are so many community members that were aware of his history and didn't give a damn. And that ends here. That ends now.
Sismanis is a Greek citizen who's been in the U.S. since the late 1980s, according to court records. Earlier this month, we learned he was released from jail into ICE custody. He's currently being held in Rhode Island and awaiting immigration proceedings. Ryan Kath, NBC 10 Investigators.